number one is going to happen on Belcher Vestige, and starting to the bottom right of the map in red, we have the Korean player for Evil Genius. It is Jaedong. And up to the top left in blue for Canada and Team ASA. The only foreigner that can still win a tournament in 2013, the only non-Korean, it is ASUS Scarlett. And Jaedong and Scarlett, they were talking on Twitter a little bit. Jaedong was already very sure that he would win this tournament today after he defeated Innovation. He is going into an early pool. And the same is also true for Scarlett.
Fireworks, ladies and gentlemen. A 9 pool from Jaedong and a 10 pool from Scarlett, who follows up with an extractor. No extractor yet from Jaedong, so he's trying to punish Scarlett, going for a 15 hatchery here, which is something she's been doing really a lot.
Yeah, fire in the hole, both of them going for the early aggression here, going for the extractor cancel. Scarlett even heading into a double extractor cancel, so currently looking at 12 supply, and this is going to be a lot about micro. But it's just so funny that both of them are just saying like, I'm going to take an early win here, I'm going to be the aggressor, I'm going to be the one to dictate the pace.
Yeah, they're trying to set the pace here for this series. Best of 7, you have a lot of room to move. There's a lot of different strategies and openings that you can be doing. And when you start off like this, basically what you're doing is you're working on your image or your table image. You're saying, I am crazy. You don't know what to expect from me, so be on your toes. And they will both be meeting very soon in the middle here with those Zerglings.
Yeah, and the Lings have already been scouted. They are both of them actually seeing the Lings. Yeah, and they both know that this is going to be about unit control now. Heading into gas. Scarlett a little bit faster than her opponent. And if you just have a quick look at the harvest account here, we have a surplus of 2 for the Canadian Zerg player. 12 to 10 gives you a bit fewer of additional income, but she's behind in the Zerglings because of it. Both of them just trying to get into a good spot. Currently holding the Zalnaga Watchtower is Jaedong, and he tries to take down an early Zergling here. Not really happening for him, but Scarlett actually in this situation getting a bit of a better start just because of that extra income, as long as she can save those Lings.
Yeah, and it looked for a moment like they were both going to move past each other on opposite sides of the middle and attack each other's main, but it's Jaedong who decided to pull his Zerglings back. Now he's chasing Scarlett into the main base, but with that queen there, that's a very important natural defense.
And Scarlett decided to drone up a little bit faster than her opponent, and she also invested into a second queen, starting that speed a bit faster, and that is just a very passive position in the beginning for her. The double queen helping her out a lot, can pull down the ramp a little bit, or push down the ramp a little bit later as well, and just block it with a double queen. But we also have her now with a surplus in Harvester, or ahead for just a few seconds, because Jaedong is now also trying to just get his economy up once again, get that income going. He's looking at 19 Harvesters now, even surpassing Scarlett, 19 to 15, and Scarlett is just trying to get her Zerglings in the match now, producing a lot of Lings, but Jaedong back at home with a Baneling Nest.
Yeah, it's very funny in these early game CVZ situations. You constantly see a tug of war in drone count as they continue to pull ahead of each other.
You know, seeing the Baneling Nests here, Jaedong is also, I talked to him a little bit after his last match, and he said in the game number 5 he was so scared because he forgot his Baneling Nest. It was something we were talking about.
Yeah.
It wasn't ready just yet, and he said he was so scared that he would lose the game at this point and just barely able to save it. So a lot of adrenaline pumping, of course, through both of them here. And we have Baneling Nests for both sides, not only for Jaedong. So it's going to be this micro battle that we've been waiting for. No second base just yet.
No second base from either player. Their supply is very, very similar. Jaedong with 2 drones more, Scarlett with a few Zerglings more. And now the fight starts in earnest. Her speed finishes a few seconds earlier, and she's using that to actually run away because she didn't like the amounts there.
Yeah.
Baneling's starting to get morphed in there, and Jaedong sees it immediately. What is he going to do about it?
She didn't really have the numbers in Zerglings, and therefore she had to retreat. Was quite lucky that her speed kicked in first. Jaedong would have loved to force that fight, but now we have the Banelings morphing, and maybe a detonation there. Not just yet. Both of them very active on the map. A few of the Lings for Scarlett are still to the top right, moving to the bottom left now. The count in Zerglings, 21 to 20. Very, very similar, but we have these extra Banelings for Jaedong now. Scarlett has to be careful here.
Yeah, no, now she's 1 drone ahead again. It's that tug of war I was talking about. She's squeezed into somewhere. Oh my god!
The nice detonate for Jaedong, exactly what we just mentioned. The bailings for Jaedong, and he is the one who goes into a hatch behind this. He's expanding first, gets to surround against the queens here. He wants to take down both queens, and that would be so incredibly important. If he is able to do that, then the production will be so limited for Scarlett, and Jaedong is looking oh so strong here, taking down Harvesters. There are no queens for Scarlett, no production, and that expansion that Jaedong builds is uncontested. GG, and Evil Geniuses Jaedong takes game number 1 here in the best of 7 final at the ASUS ROG.